I'm going to start with the biography section. Biographies are in this section, and then they have green spine labels. Next to the biographies are the eyewitness books. We have 3 shelves of eyewitness books. I try to keep them in alphabetical order. Just above the eyewitness books are superhero books. Anything that could possibly be considered superheroes. Batman, Wonder Woman, any of those types of things. Next we have Flat Stanley books. And right next door, some of the Magic School Bus books. You will notice that on these books, they have an ABC sticker. For example, see if I can get my hand here. ABC, ABC. Those are our alphabet books, and there are several shelves of alphabet. Some other sections we have are transportation and counting books. Transportation books have a sticker that has airplanes and trains and things like that. We have a couple of shelves of those. You'll notice that on the top of the transportation books, there is that sticker. Some more alphabet books. Next we have some counting books. You can see the 1, 2, 3 stickers on the counting books. I don't actually keep them in any kind of order per se. I just keep the counting books together. On the shelf with the Pokemon underneath the dictionaries, we have several different types of books. One section is, of course, the Pokemon books. I keep those on the left. In the middle, I have things like Scooby-Doo, and I think there's also some SpongeBob on those shelves. The next section over are what we call graphic novels, and you can see the sticker on the bottom. They also have a spine label that says GN. It's a little hard to see. These are books like Squish, Mal and Chad, all of the Baby Mouse books, Captain Awesome, Baby Mouse books, and another favorite, which are Lunch Ladies. All of these books I try to keep together near others that are similar so that they are easy to find. Another popular section is the dinosaur section. These are fiction books that are about dinosaurs. You can see on the bottom of some of the books that there are dinosaur stickers. It kind of goes over to the next side. This is different than the non-fiction dinosaur books, but these are stories about dinosaurs. The next section is our pirate stories. Again, these are different from the non-fiction. They do have pirate stickers at the top of the book. But, for example, this one should not be here because it is a non-fiction book. These are fiction stories about pirates. Nearby are our yellow dot books for reading counts. These are books that students who participate in reading counts will use if their color dot is yellow. I'm noticing that there is a white dot book in this section. That should really be down here with the other white dot reading counts books. Coming next would be our ER books. You can see at the top of the books there is an ER sticker. These are easy readers that I have pulled out. There's 1, 2, 3, going around the corner, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves of easy readers. These easy reader books are organized by alphabetical order. Next to the easy reader, we have our, what I call our fairy princess books. A very popular set are these Daisy Meadows books, and again, I try to keep those all together. There are Fancy Nancy books, and then there are also Purplicious, Pinkalicious, those type. Down below, I have the Disney princess books, and then assorted other princess books. Lastly, I have a small section about dance. You can see the sticker at the top has a little ballerina picture, but more importantly, the horse section. And again, this is not non-fiction horses. These are fictional stories about that would include horses. Starting next to the stairs, I have a basket which contains Magic Puppy and Magic Kitten books. They also have some mermaid, Princess Posy, and Green Princess, that type of books in this basket. This basket is labeled for Roald Dahl books. The next basket, Junie B. Jones and Littles, Polk Street School books,
Sebastian Mitchell and Robert Martin, please come to the office.
Jigsaw Jones and Horrible Harry. And in this basket, Ready Freddy books and paperback Henry and Mudge. This basket contains Franny K. Stein and Jack Gets a Clue books. This basket contains Ballpark Mysteries and these Jim Shorts books. The basket next door contains different Clementine books, hardcover and softcover, and Katie Kazoos. Our last basket over here contains The Adventures of Bailey School Kids, as well as A to Z Mysteries. The next section of books is Magic Treehouse and Geronimo Stilton, right next to the window, and then we also have American Girl doll books. There are a few baskets on shelves. For example, this basket of mysteries, Mallory's, Frankly Franny, and some Ruby Lou's. This small basket has things like Puppy Place, Kitty Corner, and the Bindi books, as well as the Pet Vet series. Super important category is the Star Wars section, just to the right of the door. We also have, just to the left of the door, Lego books and Dan Gutman. This wall is our paperback section. However, we do have some categories. Arthur, Arthur takes up the whole bottom, I believe, and as well as up on the top we have Berenstain Bears and Clifford. Otherwise, paperback books, for the most part, go in order from alphabetically. You will notice on the spines that there are large, usually large, sometimes small letters, but they are just simply grouped alphabetically. Most of the library, the picture books are fiction picture books. They have yellow spine labels, and they simply go in alphabetical order by the author's last name. Please try to keep books by the same author together. We have 5 nonfiction shelves. The nonfiction books have white labels. Shelf number 1 goes with the Dewey Decimal numbers 0 to 398. The 398s are, for the most part, fairy tales. Number 2 finishes up fairy tales and goes through the 586s. Shelf number 3 contains mostly the animals on both sides. It is important to try to keep animals together. So if we see rhinoceroses, then we should try to keep all rhinoceroses together. If we see spiders, we should try to keep all spiders together, regardless of the exact number. 4 contains 600 to 782. Once again, you can see that there are pictures on the top of some of the shelves just to give the kids a heads up. Again, if there are horse books, try to keep the horse books together. If there are car books, train books, try to keep those together. This side of shelf 4 is very popular. I try to keep the dogs, all the dog books together. The cats go on the right-hand side, cat books, and in the middle are all the other animals like guinea pigs and rabbits and hamsters and things. I Spy books are on shelf 5, along with lots of sports books. And once again, regardless of what number is on there, trying to keep the football books together, the mountain biking books together, monster truck books, and so on. Poetry starts over here in the 800s and wraps right around the corner of shelf 5. Again, trying to just keep the author or editor of that poetry anthology. And the 900s are our history group, and again, just trying to keep similar topics together. Our last section is the blue fiction section. You can tell they have a blue fiction label with an F. These are mostly chapter books or sometimes more difficult picture books. They start over in the corner, they go past the door, and then down the other side here. There are occasionally some blue fiction books, depending on what basket they might have been in. So they might be in a basket instead, but especially series, things like that. But look for those blue fiction books. We use these library crates to collect books before the kids come to library. I usually drop them off either the night before or first thing in the morning, so that the kids will put their library books in the crates, and they're usually returned before the kids come to class. It just makes checking things in and out a little more smooth.